A very good evening to all. So, yesterday we were learning about continuing nursing education. So, let's see the rest of the portions in this particular unit. Coming to the purposes of continuing nursing education. So, the basic purposes include CNE leads to improved professional practice. So, as we know, in CNE sessions, we are brushing up the skills as well as the competencies that is already acquired by nurses, and thereby we can ensure that there is improved professional practice. It aids in updating knowledge and skills at all levels of the organization. So, ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിൽ ഏതൊരു തട്ടിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്കാർക്കും കണ്ടിന്യൂയിങ് നഴ്സിംഗ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ വഴി അവരുടേതായ സ്കിൽസും കോമ്പിറ്റൻസീസും ഒക്കെ ഇംപ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് സഹായിക്കും. For example, CNA is not only organized for sister grade 2s, it is also organized for the higher level officials like CNO as well as the ward in charges. So by providing CNE in a systematic manner, we can ensure that the knowledge at all levels are updated. CNE keeps abreast of the latest trends and developments in techniques. So as we know, the main topic of continuing nursing education is latest trends in nursing as well as latest technological advances that comes into medical profession so that the nurses can be updated in this particular field. It helps in learning new knowledge and maintain competencies. So here again, whenever a new knowledge or a new research study or a new finding come across, this can be instilled to the nurses through CNE, and thus it helps in maintaining competencies. It also arouses interest and job satisfaction among the employees. So whenever an employee gets career opportunities, career advancement opportunities within the organization, the level of interest as well as the motivation to do work and job satisfaction is highly increased. The other purposes include it develops a sense of responsibility for being competent and knowledgeable. So once a nurse is into the track of attending continuing nursing education, she feels herself responsible for being competent as well as being knowledgeable. It creates a supportive environment within the organization. So whenever a continuing nursing education is provided based on team building skills or leadership skills or critical thinking skills, so this enables a supportive environment within the hospital or the organization that is effective or that is conducive for working. It helps in adjusting to change. So as the nurses they become competent and knowledgeable, it would be easier for them to adjust with the changing technologies as well as the changing advancements that happens within the organization. It aids in developing leadership skills. So as we said earlier, continuing nursing education can be provided in different fields, and one of such area is leadership skills or managerial skills. So through this continuing nursing education, it will be helpful in order to improve the communication as well as the leadership skills of nurses, and it helps in developing self-development as well as self-confidence. So these are the different purposes of CNE. So let's see once more. It leads to improved professional practice. It aids in updating knowledge and skills at all levels of organization. It keeps abreast of the latest trends and developments in techniques. It helps in learning new knowledge and maintain competencies. It arouses interest and job satisfaction. It develops sense of responsibility for being competent and knowledgeable. It creates supportive environment within the organization. It helps in adjusting to change. It aids in developing leadership skills, and it enables self-development as well as building up the self-confidence of the employees. Now let's see the different forms of continuing nursing education. So CME can be formal or informal. So formal are in-service educations or staff development programs that are being conducted officially within the organization, which may include attending short-term courses, degree programs, certificate programs, or any kind of formal learning experiences that is provided within or outside the organization. An informal continuing education, it includes updates that are being provided within the ward, in ward meetings or nurses meetings or any kind of other unofficial piece of information that is being provided to the nurses. The other forms include in service or outside the organization. So in service continuing nursing education means the extra opportunities of education rather than the preliminary level of knowledge that is being provided to the nurses while in the service. And outside the organization include those opportunities that a nurse get outside the organization in order to update her knowledge, like attending a webinar or a conference. So these are the different forms of CNE. It includes formal and informal continuing nursing education. So formal are officially um, planned or run short-term courses or degree certificates or any kind of diploma courses or any kind of credit system courses which are being provided to the nurses, while informal include informal pieces of information that the nurses gather through ward meetings or any other kind of nurses meets. In-service education is those educational opportunities that is provided to the nurse within the organization, while those that are attended by the nurses on own interest outside the organization comes under CNE outside the organization. So these are the different forms of continuing nursing education. Now let's see about the characteristics of continuing nursing education. So the common characteristic include program content. So whenever you plan a content for continuing nursing education, the usually included content include any kind of concepts, principles, research findings or theories that is related to nursing and that helps nurses to build upon their previous knowledge and acquired skills. സോ ഒരു സി എൻ ഇ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കണ്ടിന്യൂയിങ് നഴ്സിംഗ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ്റെ കണ്ടൻറ്റ് പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് മെയിനായിട്ട് വരുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് എനി കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് കൺസെപ്റ്റ്സ്, എനി കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾസ്, എനി കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് ന്യൂ റിസർച്ച് ഫൈൻഡിങ്സ് ഓർ തിയറീസ് ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു നഴ്സിംഗ്. ആൻഡ് all this enables the nurses to build their knowledge that they have acquired during the previous level. It may also include clinical topics like working more effectively with families, creative approaches to discharge planning, dosage calculations or legal liabilities. It can also include leadership topics like critical thinking, organizing workloads, staffing pattern, etc. So these are the program content that is suitable while planning a continuing nursing education. Basically, it contains concepts, principles, research findings or theories, clinical topics as well as leadership topics. Now coming to preparation of content. So while preparing the content for CNE, that is very challenging. Here you have to foster the use of innovative as well as creative approaches to nurse patient care. So whenever a content is planned, it should be in a new approach as you are approaching a group of people who have basic knowledge about the subject and who are adult learners. So in that case, you have to see for innovative as well as creative approaches of teaching rather than going for the traditional approach. The contents usually are developed on the basis of few things, and this include contents of clinical areas like neonatal nursing, mental health nursing, surgical nursing, etc. So whenever a content is planned, we should consider the group of